haven't had a chance to meet, my name is Bwana Thurman, and we are excited. More than anything, we're excited for all of you who took some time out of your schedule to join us this evening. And before I get started, I got to tell you this. Whoever invited you on this call, they thought a lot of you. More than anything, the next time you see them, make sure you give them a big fat kiss, because they have shared something with you. They obviously have a relationship with you. This is a special VIP call that we're doing to a select group of people, and we want to share the vision of Travelution and where this company is going and who we are and what we do. And what I want to do is just step out of the way. I want to introduce the CEO and founder and one of the owners of the company. This is a gentleman, and it's so funny how we even reconnected. I've known him for many, many, many years. He's been, a very, very, very successful business person. He's a family man. And more importantly, he has created something with the Travelution revolution, and you're going to hear a lot more about it. But he is what we call the director of travel. He is the expert when it comes to the travel side of our business. And what's unique about what he's created, I was actually reaching out to him for some advice regarding another travel business. And he said, man, Dave and Faraday and myself, we're getting ready to launch our own company here next week. And it was just mind-boggling how everything happened. But this gentleman has gone out and created over the past 7 years a huge client base. This year alone, he and his wife, their travel business has exceeded $15 million. They've had over 100 agents that they've hosted. And when I say a real specialist and a real professional in the travel industry, we're really fortunate to have his leadership and his expertise. And so I want to introduce to you guys the CEO and one of the founders of Travelution, Mr. Dusty DeVaughn.
Well, Bwana, thank you so much for bringing me on. And every time I hear that story, it's just so amazing about divine intervention and really setting people up for a channel of success. And the irony that we stumbled across each other the way we did, it seems like just yesterday. I mean, it's been 6 weeks now since we had that conversation, and we've come miles since then. And, just getting ready for our official December 1st pre-launch. And so you're right, this is kind of a VIP attendee only. If you were invited out, definitely tell the person that invited you out thank you for thinking of you, because they're thinking of you as a VIP. We really want to position the right people that are like-minded, because first off, I want to tell people that we're a travel company. I think the name says it best, but we are a travel company with a direct sales piece attached to it. We're not a direct sales company with a travel piece attached. I want you to understand there are major differences. We are focused on building real travel businesses, helping people grow a real viable home-based business from their home, and giving them a solution with the right training and the right technology to be able to win. So we will actually be able to share with you tonight some things that we haven't really talked about going into the moment, talking about some things that are coming out even as early as tomorrow as we go into our phase 1 of development. And just understand that if you're on this call tonight, I've heard of ground floor opportunity before, but I've never had an opportunity to go into the basement before the ground floor actually came upon. So we're in the basement of this thing, getting ready for the ground floor. I think the ground floor really will begin probably in January. We'll be hanging out in the basement for the rest of December as we enter phase 1 of our development, bringing in our technology and our new websites and all of our new things that'll actually start as of tomorrow. But first off, let's talk about a little bit about the industry of travel, because not everyone has had the same opportunity to understand what travel really is and the power that it brings behind such a powerful business model that we're going to share with you. First off, travel is the single largest industry on the planet, $7.58 trillion industry. If you look at the NFL, the music industry, the video gaming industry, the movies, the organic products market, and even network marketing as a whole, If you look at these combined, they don't touch travel. But when you take a $167 billion industry of multi-level marketing and add it in with travel and bring in that small direct sales component with it, it becomes dangerous because direct sales offers leverage, and leverage equals buying power. And there's no better buying power to have in the world than buying power in the travel industry. The travel industry, when you have buying power, that means higher commission for the agents, better training, better agent benefits, all the things that come along through buying power. So when you combine the opportunity of direct sales with travel, it becomes a really dangerous opportunity for people to really have a chance to win. So let's talk a little bit about it. Travel is the #1 research term on the internet. Why is that? Because people in their 9 to 5 are absolutely miserable every day when they go to work. Very few people actually like what they do, so they're searching ways to escape that, whether it's a weekend getaway, whether it's that 2-week paid vacation they get if they're lucky enough to have it paid, whatever it is. For whatever reason, people search travel more than anything else on the internet. Another thing is you cannot overlook the fact that baby boomers are retiring every 20 seconds for the next 16 years. Now, that doesn't even touch the millennial market that last year spent $200 billion in travel just in the millennials. So when you combine the millennial market with the baby boomer market, you got a whole different aspect of people spending money, large amounts of money, and why not take advantage and capitalize on those markets in travel and allow yourself to position yourself in front of these big movements? I mean, millennials are young. Millennials, if they're spending $200 billion last year, imagine what's going to happen when the economy really turns around. You know, when I look at the travel industry as a whole, I go back to 2007 and I see all of these markets that crashed. Financials crashed. It was the crashing of fuel, the crash market of stocks and loans, and so many things crashed. Well, guess what? Travel didn't. Travel sustained. Travel was a $7 trillion industry going into 2007, and it's grown to $7.58 trillion today. And experts say that now that the economy is starting to turn around for the better, that we're actually going to see this industry double by 2020. So we're ahead of a bubble, and I think the biggest money that's ever been made in the history of business has been ahead of bubbles. And as we get ready, baby boomers are retiring, they got a little money, millennials are settling into their careers at their young ages and actually having families, so they're traveling aggressively at this point. I think travel is at an all-time high. I think it's the best industry, and I don't care whether we're getting on cruise ships or spaceships. 20 years from now, people are going to be traveling, so it's a great career to be in, whether it's a plan A or a plan B or whatever it may be, because almost everyone you know is traveling, or at least they want to travel. And there's finally a real source of income from your home. As I said, travel is the largest and the sexiest industry on the planet. Everybody wants to talk about it, and nobody's allergic to it. No lotions, potions, pills, no magic juices, just a whole lot of fun. I've never had to argue with somebody about going to the beach. I just haven't had to do it. I have never had to argue with somebody about taking their wife to the mountains or grabbing their significant other and going to the Caribbean for a few days or hopping on a cruise ship for 7 days. It's never been an argument. The greatest thing about travel is it's fun to talk about. Is it sales? Absolutely, it's sales. People ask me all the time, is it sales? Absolutely, it's sales, but it's a different style of sales when you're giving people what they're already spending money on. You're giving them something that's fun. It's something that they're going to enjoy. It's not hard to talk about because you don't have to sell the idea of travel. It's not like your standard lotion, potion, pill, or magic juice. It is travel, and it's an industry everyone's already familiar with. I don't have to be a rocket scientist to explain it. Okay, so what really separates Travelution from the rest? Because there's other travel opportunities out there. I'm not going to lie about it. So I think the network marketing side, we got the best leadership. Dave Manning and Faraday Hosinapur are probably two of the best networkers, if not the best networking couple that I've ever met in the industry. They have tremendous leadership values. They bring so much to the table because their #1 goal is to help other people become successful. Money's not a motivator for them. It's getting money into their team's pocket. They've spent time on stage. Their #1 goal is to get other people onto the stage. So I think as far as network marketing leadership, we got the best of the best. When it comes to proven travel backgrounds, my wife and I have built this travel company over the last 10 years. We're not some overnight fly-by-night deal that just came in, popped into the market. I think that's one of the best things about travel is someone can't just walk out there and create an agency from scratch tomorrow. Okay, it just doesn't happen. We have a proven travel background. We've proven marketing plans, different marketing strategies, from advertising campaigns to direct mail to corporate travel and business incentive travel. We've done everything in these markets, and now it's time that we share some of our secrets that have grown our huge business. Now it's time that we share that with everyone else. And that brings us to the next thing, is our training. You know, I wrote this Master Travel Agent course that was 24 modules of real value, real training to show people, if they've never owned a business before, this is a business from you. Our travel agent training is broken down into 4 different categories. The first category being business training. I think it's been missing in our industry for a very long period of time. Is you're going to learn about a business, how to develop a business concept, how to develop a business plan, how to write a business plan. You got to sample business plans, how to, take advantage of the tax benefits, which we so often talk about, but it's never taught on. Understand that I'm not an accountant, but we have some of the best tax training and tax advice in that back office that anyone's ever seen before. So our Master Travel Agent starts out with a good foundation of business training so your business can sustain and grow. The second thing we have, the second modules are, of course, travel training. We get into everything from understanding buyer psychology all the way to understanding customer-focused selling on how to sell based off what that customer needs, all the way into upselling and cross-selling and different ways to sell travel. We teach about the cruise industry, the leisure market industry. We teach about Disney, all the major brands we're partnered with, all involved in our Master Travel Agent program. The third thing we teach is marketing. If you don't understand how to market a travel business, then you're not ever going to make any real money. You may make a little money just from tagging along with your friends and family and grabbing some of their travel, but I think our marketing and resource center has separated us from all of the majority in the travel industry, because we give things to people to show them how to market a real business. The fourth thing we have is supplier education. A lot of our premium vendors have stepped up and say, we want to become a part of your Master Travel Agent program because we want to stamp our name right beside yours as you grow the largest travel company on the planet. We want to be with you from day one. So our suppliers have stepped in beside us, and we call them our premium vendors that have come in, and we're talking major names like Royal Caribbean, like Carnival Cruise Line, like IHG, like Excellence, like Marriott, like Delta, like MLT Vacations, like Vax Vacation Access, like Hertz. Have you ever heard of any of these? Probably. They want to be a part of our company from the ground floor to help our agents become real travel professionals in the industry. And then I think technology steps in next. We got some of the best technology being built in the world, all the way from our online booking engine. And I'm not talking about a booking engine that we went and partnered with a third-party vendor or affiliate source to where you got to pay those online retail rates. No, 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 no. We want to lead the market with our new online booking technology. And we're going to give a B2C system that allows our consumers to access the best travel rates possible, all while getting our agents paid a real valuable commission. Huge, huge, huge technology we put into API into thousands of vendors across the globe for us to be able to have direct access with no middleman, allowing our agents to truly win and allow our customers to truly get the best rate. And then the next thing is our B2B agent only. Once you decide to become an agent with it, you get access to these B2B services, which means that's real net fares. These aren't third-party fares. This is a custom-built technology that is meant for our agents to be able to win, so they can control. They can either book these for their own vacation with no markup whatsoever. They can mark them up and still beat the online rates to death by giving their consumers great rates and earning themselves a commission that they are controlling. The next thing we have is 2 separate customer relationship management systems. I think this is huge. We have a customer relationship management system for our opportunity side, which you'll hear from Bwana about in a minute. And then you also have a CRM that's based around our travel needs, all the way from our hot weeks to our vacation deals and steals are going into your customer's inbox, and every time they book, you get paid whether you talk to them or not on any one of our hot deals. We want to ensure that our agents are making real commissions. The next thing we have is an internet marketing tool suite. You see companies upsell this all the time for what, Bwana? $9.95, $19.95, $29.95 extra a month. We include a real internet marketing tool suite, from lead tracking, lead management, autoresponders. You don't need Aweber. You don't need all these other tools. We provide it for you. We provide a real way for people to win in the business. The next thing is the marketing materials and resource center that you heard a little bit about earlier. And we have some of the greatest PDFs built for you to be able to, go out and market your business properly and educating your consumers on your product. We have print material available for you that can be customized to your agency being an agency inside of our agency, of course, to be able to be customized for you to be able to go out and educate people as well. And then we have the travel times. I think the travel times is the best one piece of marketing material that any one travel agent can ever touch. It's an 8-page actual literal newspaper that people can really go, and they can put it in doctor's offices, and they can put it in car washes, and they can put it in dental offices, in these different places, and it'll actually sit there, and it's something people want to read. I mean, would you want to read the latest of Time magazine, Bwana? Heck no, you wouldn't want to, but you want to read about going to the Caribbean next week, wouldn't you? Especially where you can do it cheaper and better and more efficiently than everyone else is doing. Now, that travel times, of course, is custom printed to your agency, which allows you to get traffic to your business based off these old school printed materials. Let me tell you something. Old school hasn't gone anywhere. If anything, it's alive and well. The problem is most people are trying to do all the new school and forgetting about the old school. So the old school is becoming more successful than ever at this point. So the next thing we have, I want to talk to you about the story behind Travelution, because when you understand the story, we tell it in 3 parts. The first part of that story is to dream it. The second part of our story is to live it. And the third part of our story is to share it. And when you understand the concepts behind our story, it really becomes ultra powerful. So to dream is a noun, a series of thoughts, visions, or feelings, an idea or a vision that is created in your imagination, something that you've wanted very much to do or to be or to have for a very long time. So I want to take you somewhere real quick. I want you to take you back to when we were children and before our minds were corrupted by current politics or current news channels or being distracted just by everyday 9-to-5 life. We as adults specifically have forgotten how to dream. Isn't it really cool how children, they still understand the concept of dreaming because there's less things convoluting their mind. So to understand the concept of dreaming, again, I just want to ask you one question and allow you to dream for just 1 second. And that dream is, if time and money were no issue, where would you go? Where would you go? Would you go to the Caribbean for the weekend? Would you head off to the Bahamas? Would you fly to the Alps for the weekend? Would you go to the Rocky Mountains and snow ski for the weekend? Would you go to the mountains and just spend some time with your significant other? Would you go on a river cruise? Would you go on an Oceania cruise? Would you go on a luxury cruise? Where would you go? What is your dream vacation? Would it be Bora Bora in a bungalow with that special significant other to hang out for a week and just be away in a serene environment? I want you to dream again and tap into your subconscious and let yourself know what your dream vacation is. Write that down, because that's very important. We teach people how to dream again. I think that's the first critical component to getting people to understanding the story behind Travelution, is understanding to dream. But one thing I want you to understand about dreaming is, in order for that dream to come true, you got to wake up. You just got to wake up. And that's when we teach people to live. We take them from dreaming to living. To live is to have a life rich in experience, to be alive, or to continue to be alive. So we teach people how to live again. Now, how do we teach people how to live? This is our solution for our agents. We teach them to live through fam trips. We're going to talk about different experiences. What is a fam trip? Well, it's a familiarization trip. These are a free or a low-cost trip for travel agents to allow them to go familiarize themselves with their properties. We're talking all the majors do this. Sandals, IHG, Marriott, Hertz. They all have FAMs available that allow you to go and familiarize yourself with their properties at little to no cost, because they realize to get an agent passionate about their product, the agent needs to experience that product. So I think fam trips are great to talk about. Understand that travel agent benefits are earned and not given. They're earned as a travel professional. The second thing we show people how to live is agent vendor discounts. And I think my favorite vendor discount that I've probably taken advantage of more than any has been IHG. I think the fact, and I'll show you proof of it here in just a minute, the fact that you can get 35% off as a travel professional through IHG's vendor discount, and I can stay at any Holiday Inn Resort, Holiday Inn Express, Crown Plaza, Staybridge Suites. I mean, anything in the Intercontinental Hotel Group, 35% off minimum of their best flex rate. So we teach people how to live cheaper, more efficiently, and travel more by being able to afford it. The next thing we teach people how to do is how to access true wholesale rates. And I'm not talking about these fluffy wholesale rates that are part of these travel clubs, because we're not a travel club. Let me just go ahead and X that out right now. We show real, true net rate fares for our agents so they can control their markup to give to their customer if they want to sell it to a consumer, or they can just book it themselves at that real wholesale net rate. The next thing we show people how to do is get a free upgrade. I think the story was just 6 weeks ago, my wife and I and our kids were out in Las Vegas, and we stayed at the Venetian. By the way, that's an IHG property. And we were upgraded to the Renaissance penthouse suite overlooking the golf course. It was an amazing experience, and that's just one of many. I mean, just last year we went on the Disney Dream and we had just a standard balcony book, and they put us in an upgraded butler cabin on the penthouse top floor of the Disney ship. Earlier this year, we went on a Norwegian Cruise Line's getaway. What a phenomenal trip that was. And we actually were booked into the Haven deck in the 2-bedroom family penthouse villa. And what an amazing experience to have our own restaurant, to have our own bar, to have our own private pool without 3,000 kids running around on a cruise ship. It was an amazing experience. Our own private sun deck, our own private spa. I mean, these free upgrades, we teach you how to access these things. And I think the ultimate is the AD75. The AD75, being able to fly at 75% off with 14 major carriers. And I'm talking real carriers. I mean, you can Google this thing. You have to have the IATA card. You have to be IATAN qualified to get this discount, but we help you. We show you how to get there and how to shortcut your process through our marketing center of how to earn your commissions fast enough to IATA qualify. And the next thing we have is unpublished fares. These are fares, and we teach our agents how to access fares that are not in a wholesale booking engine. They're not anywhere online. They're completely unpublished. We teach our agents how to access those fares for their own personal travel. So we really have gone above and beyond to teach people how to live again. So once you dream it, we show you how to live it. Okay? And here's a couple of examples of living. Here's a Royal Caribbean offering a 7-night Canada and New England cruise that is only $389. I mean, that's not bad, is it, for 7 nights? $389 to add a non-industry companion was an extra $75 on this particular one. Remember, I told you I'd show you proof about IHG and what they actually provide. Here it is right here. Minimum of 35% off the best flex rate. Oh, let me go back. The best flex rate at many IHGs will offer an even higher discount. And here's the properties that they own right here across the top. You can see here's my name at the top as well. I don't hide from anything. This is direct login. Our travel agents also get a login just like this once they complete our Master Travel Agent program. Understand travel agent benefits are earned and not given. I can't stress that enough, but they earn them through how? Through completing our Master Travel Agent program. And then they earn them by sending clients to each of these vendors, ensuring that the vendors that are taking care of them, that they're taking care of the vendors. It's a I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of deal, but it's beautiful how it works. So there's really 3 levels of discounts as you're starting to process your travel career. So the first level of discount comes after you complete that Master Travel Agent certification, and this is when you get your agent ID card through our agency. Okay, so this allows you to access that first level of discounts and benefits. The next level is the CLIA Embark card. This is a new card just coming out here in 2016, and it's a card that's going to really allow you to tap those rates in the cruising industry. And a lot of hotels are starting to recognize the Embark card as well. So some hotels chains recognize, some do not. But that's why you have the 2 different cards. So now the third card, and this is, I call it the American Express Black card for a travel agent. This is literally the card to have. This comes after you earn $5,000 in travel commissions. It actually earns you the IATAN status, and this is the card. This is the one that allows that ultimate AD75 discount. So as I said, I wanted to explain and be upfront. I believe a good understanding upfront saves for a misunderstanding in the end. So by default, when you start accessing these rates, and you start going into the process after you dream it, and then we show you how to get the rates and we teach you how to live it, by default you start to share it. It's by default. It just starts to happen. So what is sharing? To tell as thoughts or feelings or experiences to others. But what exactly are we sharing? You know, we're sharing, first thing is our experiences, our travel experiences. How could you go to a Club Med and stay at 50 cents on the dollar and not tell someone about it? How could you go to Sandals on one of their fam trips and not pay a penny for 3 days in paradise with your significant other and not tell someone about it? How could you go on a cruise and save an average of 30 to 50% off what everyone else is paying and not tell people about it? We teach you these things in our travel agent training. We don't just talk about it. We teach it, we show it, and we live it. And after we live it, everyone wants to share it. So next thing we do is we share our travel business with people, because if you're watching this presentation, what you're going to find out is you're one of two people, which Bwana will talk about here in just a few minutes. So the next thing we share, of course, is our travel business, because we value our travel clients. Our travel clients don't pay retail. They pay the best retail rates. We treat them like VIP experiences. We teach a customer satisfaction and a customer follow-up system that's second to none. We call it the $1 million customer experience. And we teach that to our agents to be able to go out and share with someone just like yourself that maybe you don't want to be a travel agent. Maybe you don't want to travel for pennies on the dollar. We teach them how to treat you like a VIP and to share the travel business. So the next thing is travel specials. We share the travel specials. Those are the weekly hot weeks that we call in. I just saw one earlier. It was $299, including round trip airfare to Cancun or Punta Cana out of Atlanta, Georgia, $299, including round trip airfare for 4 days. It's just ridiculous. So we share those hot weeks with people, and when people see these hot weeks, of course they book them, and our agents, they make a commission. And the last thing we share is our agent business opportunity. Our agent business opportunity is exactly what you're watching right now. It's for people that want to access these incredible vacation discounts. They want to profit from their friends and family's travel. They want their small little piece of this $7.5 trillion pie that we get to play in on a day-to-day basis. It's the funnest, sexiest, and most lucrative industry on the planet. It's a whole lot of fun, and guys, it's very, very profitable. So I want to bring up our Core 3 founder, one of our Core 3 founders, an absolutely incredible leader. You heard from him at the beginning of the call, and I want him to go through why we share this business, because we've shown you what you share, we've shown you how to dream it, we've shown you how to live it, and by default you're going to share it, but why are you going to share it? So Mr. Bwana Thurman, Bwana, will you come back up here and handle this last most important piece of this presentation?
Wow, Dusty, thank you for that introduction. And every time I hear him talk about travel, I'm just ready to pack my bags again. And I just want some of you guys to catch some of the things that he said. I mean, he talked about, can you imagine being able to go anywhere in the world 75% off? Can you imagine being able to go to resorts and cruises for 50% off? What's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, when people start talking about this? Everybody's going to want to know. So there are multiple streams of income, and we actually get paid in 7 different ways. How many of you guys like 7 better than 1? I was used to 1, and that wasn't much at all. And when I first got introduced to the industry, which was about 20 years ago, I had some mentors. And I'll never forget, some of you may have heard of J. Paul Getty. He was one of the first recorded billionaires. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people rather than having 100% of my own efforts. And what Travelution really allows us to do is share this opportunity with other people. And we are the host agency for soon to be hundreds and thousands of agents across the country and soon to be across the world. And so there are multiple income streams, and I think it's very important to start off talking about our travel agent commissions. When you get started as a master travel agent, it starts off at 80%, ladies and gentlemen, 80%. And, I've seen companies that pay 30%, 50%. Can you imagine whatever the commission is, Travelution is going to pay you 80% of that vendor commission. And we also have something that's extremely unique called a monthly global travel pool. All that simply means is every month that you book $1,000 in travel, you go into a global pool and you get a chance to share in the profits from this entire company's travel bookings. And so it's really, really, really neat. We have a residual model, and this is my favorite thing to talk about because I'm a firm believer in residual income because we have residual bills. I mean, think about it. Every single month, you got your car bill, your cable bill, your mortgage, you got your phone bill, you got your power bill, your water bill. And unfortunately, they don't care what your financial situation is. Every single month, those bills show up on time, and they just don't care. And so, to me, I think it makes sense to have residual income, and there's so many different ways that this compensation plan offers residual income. Number one, we have up to 5 generations of what we call fast start overrides. In other words, when you introduce someone to the business, the company is going to pay you a fast start bonus. But if that person introduces someone to Travelution, the company is also going to pay you a bonus. And if that person tells somebody about Travelution and they want to enjoy these agent benefits, the company is going to pay you a bonus. And so it's really neat because it's 5 generations of fast start. Also, we have a 3x10 force matrix, and I'm not going to get into the details. If you don't understand all these numbers and some of these fancy words, don't worry about it. Whoever invited you on this call, the one thing I want you to understand is they invited you on this call for positioning and timing purposes. I want some of you to think about this. Some of you, some people, they jump on a call like this and you hear about an opportunity. As Dusty was talking about earlier, this is super ground floor, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get any more ground floor and basement, as Dusty says, than it is right now. And I think right now there's less than 150 people in this company. This is why we say that you are the VIPs. To be able to hear about this and realize that you're in a position that this business is going to grow to thousands of agents across the country and tens of thousands across the world. And you have an opportunity to capitalize on the profits and what other people do. And just understand timing is everything, and you truly are in the right place at the right time. And my favorite part is there's no sponsoring. I mean, every network marketing business I've ever been a part of, you have to jump through hoops and do 5 backflips before you can get paid. And what's neat is you can get paid in this matrix off of the first 3 levels without sponsoring one person. As a matter of fact, you can earn over $240 per month if your first 3 rows are full without bringing one person in. And so this is truly a generous compensation plan, one of the most generous I have ever seen. And also we have what we call check matching bonuses. And what this means is the people that you introduce, the new agents that say, yes, I want to enjoy those agent benefits. Yes, I want to start a real home-based business. The company is going to pay you a real check match off of their entire check. And I've seen companies and they pay it off of a little bonus and they make it sound better than what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about up to 25% in check matching bonuses are paid out through 5 generations, and it is just phenomenal. Again, one of the most generous plans I've ever seen. Now, this is like the icing on the cake. We have a 3 for free program, and all that simply means is if you introduce 3 agents to your Travelution business, you will never have to pay, as long as those agents stay active, you will never have to pay your hosting fee on a monthly basis. So can you imagine getting started in a business and within your first 30 days being in the black? Can you imagine, just sharing this opportunity? There's not a person on this phone that doesn't know 3 people who would love to travel for pennies on the dollar and literally save thousands of dollars a year in tax benefits. We all know people like that. We all know. And I don't care what their income bracket is. I don't care what they currently do. Everybody could use a plan B. The last but not least is we have our luxury lifestyle bonuses. They range anywhere from $200 to $20,000 a month. And these bonuses, they're not once a month. These are paid out every single month. I've seen companies, they make you buy a certain brand car and you got to, put your credit on the line. And, this company says, look, when you reach, and the ranks that you have to reach are very, very, very simple to achieve. They start paying out bonuses very early in this compensation plan, and they come month after month after month. And you guys are gonna. And then here's really like the kicker. I mean, we have a weekly global enrollers pool. And this enrollers pool, all it simply means is anybody that can enroll 3 people in a week, you're going to earn a share in our global enrollers pool. What that means is all of the new volume that came in for that week, you're going to be able to enjoy a piece of that pie. And it's really for people who are building the company and they want to really win, ladies and gentlemen. So as Dusty said earlier, you just need to decide, where do you see yourself fitting in? And normally there's a couple types of people that take a look at this program. The first type person is just somebody that says, you know what, kind of like what you guys talked about, but man, if you could just show me how to save some money on my travel. I love to travel. If you can show me how to get it cheaper, I'm already going online. I'm already booking it. Show me how I can save some money, and I will love you guys to death. Well, listen, I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking some time this evening to take a look at this. And if you just want to be a travel client and support the person that invited you on this call, listen, we really, really, really appreciate you. You are the foundation of this company, and we value you as a client, and we're going to make sure that you travel like a VIP, and you're going to have your own concierge travel agent helping you live the life and enjoy your dream vacation. Now, there are some other people on this phone that's like, man, I wish you would have shut up about 30 minutes ago. I'm ready for this agent life. I'm ready to earn some additional income. I was talking to somebody a little bit earlier. I was at Cruise World several weeks ago, and I'd seen people make money in the network marketing space and travel, but I didn't know a whole lot of people other than Dusty who had ever made money in the travel business in network marketing. And so I got a chance to go visit, and I saw people from 18 to 88. And it doesn't matter whether you work part-time, full-time, in between time, some of the time. These were people, I saw people making thousands of dollars a week to hundreds of dollars a week, generating a real home-based client business. And that's what this is all about. And for those of you that are ready to take on this agent life, it's very simple to get started. And I got to tell you guys, the only thing that I always talk to Dusty and Dave and Faraday about, the only thing that I always say is I feel like it's too cheap. That was the other thing that I learned when I went to Cruise World. I saw programs where if you wanted to become a home-based travel agent, for their support system, I saw programs that cost $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 just to get started. And then they had a monthly overhead of some of them $350, $500. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get started for $249, and your monthly hosting fee is only $69.95. And I got to tell you, that's almost a joke. And really, for what you're getting, I mean, the internet marketing suite, the magazine, all of the tools, all of the training. And I want you to really think about this. Dusty and Dave and Faraday, they have spent tens of thousands of dollars making sure that we have the proper credentials, the proper insurance, the proper training. I mean, recognized travel training in the industry to make sure that we're recognized as real certified travel agents. And so you're going to get access to all of the cruise travel specialists, the leisure travel specialists, the marketing center, all of our programs, all of the CRMs. And not only that, you will start off at an 80% vendor commission split for only $249. And I sit back and I got to be honest with you. I've even had friends that I talk to about the business, and they say, you know what, I love everything that I've seen. I like everything about it. I just can't afford it. And I sit back, and one of the biggest things that I always say is, I ask them, how long have you been at your job? And I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, I have friends that have been at their job for 5 years, some of them 10 years, and they don't have an extra $250. To me, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we need to do this. That's why, if you've ever been someone who wanted to have a home-based business, I mean, can you also imagine, and for some of you who the money is not an issue, maybe some of you are sick of paying Uncle Sam so much money. I know I pay him too much. And you're going to be able to enjoy the tax benefits, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, when you see some of the training, you'll be able to understand how you can very simply, some of you be able to literally save or get back $5,000 to $10,000 in tax benefits because you're a part of this industry. What better way to do it than in travel and see the world for pennies on the dollar? What better way to do it? And so we actually have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Whoever invited you down, ladies and gentlemen, they're not interested in your money. They're interested in your talent. They want to see you win. They want to see Travelution become the biggest, the largest, the best travel agency in the world. And we are on our way. We have all the tools, we have all the training and all the support. And we do have a 100% satisfaction guarantee, 30-day money back guarantee. So every single one of you, you know, I always ask people, if you ever put yourself in a situation where the timing was perfect, you got in at the right time, where you know you got in front of the right trend, you got in front of the largest industry in the world, where you had a compensation plan that was so generous and you didn't have to jump through hoops to make money. You had a management team that was experienced, that believed in for the people and by the people. They've all been in the field. They know what it's like. And a company that's going to give you the proper training. Here's my question to you. You ran across an opportunity like that where you literally have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Who wouldn't want to take advantage of it? I ask that question all the time. Every single one of you, you're in a position where you have everything to gain and absolutely nothing to lose. We're gonna enjoy, and here's the best part. We're gonna have so much fun doing this. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna see the world. We're gonna meet new friends and travel this world and make a lot of money doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing all of you on the beaches of the world. And I'm going to turn it back over to you, Dusty, to take us out, man. Thank you so much.
I tell you, I don't think I can close it out any better now. Bwana, thank you so much for your time. Guys, I greatly appreciate you coming out and joining us. Come join the Travelution Revolution.